to make a decision. Shawn.
Yes, code enforcement manager with community development. I'll try to make this brief. Just to combat a few things. Today is his day of due process. The notice of alleged violation is not required by law. It's courtesy. He also conveniently left out on his screenshots the part where it says, even if the box is not checked, you're required to make sure none of these violations exist. Separate from that, the enforcement action is stayed pending a hearing for the notice and order requirements, which is the abatement. So we can't take the abatement action based on the notice and order if there is an appeal. So no abatement was taken because he had an appeal. Also, the 30 days that keeps getting mentioned is the 30 days once we issue the notice and order. The notice and order gives you 30 days to comply. We followed that law, and the 30 days was given. Like I said, the 21 days from the notice of alleged violation, sir, is a courtesy and not required to us to give to you. We did that as a courtesy. We could have went straight notice and order and gave you the 30 days that you keep bringing up that we didn't give you. So, you know, that we follow the law, we follow the process, and we do this often when folks aren't complying. And we feel that this should still be upheld based on our evidence.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this item under consideration, and we'll have a
I'd like to respond to that.
Oh, sure. Okay, go ahead.
Where does you see it's a courtesy to send out that notice?
Mr., and I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. The courtesy notice was sent out under testimony. You heard that it was a courtesy.
No. I'm just saying
We're done.
I mean, it's very helpful because I can see where we disagree now, because they claim it's a courtesy notice.
Yeah, we could have
state law
instead of giving that 21 days. The 21 days isn't required by any law anywhere. That was a courtesy on our part. We could have just went straight notice and order without giving you the 21 days to comply.
See, I think that's where we disagree. Like it says right there on the, it says on the
state law you're referencing is the 30 days is the 30 days we give in our notice and order. The notice.
No, on the recorded document. Notice of pending enforcement action.
Yeah, that is the notice and order.
So that's where these things are. That's where the confusion is. That it's not being.
And that notice and order laid
here.
out exactly the violations in that notice and order, separate from the alleged notice of a violation.
This right here is exactly what we're talking about. The enforcement agent shall, after 30 days to note.
Yes, that notice and order is a notice to abate, sir, and you were given 30 days on that notice and order. The notice of violation is not a notice to abate. The official
No, it talks about this.
Is the notice and order that you're referencing. What you're highlighting is our notice and order.
What is an enforcement proceeding? Shall not commence an enforcement action proceeding.
Yes, we did not. So the notice and order gives us the right to abate the property. And once you filed for an appeal, there's a stay on that notice of abatement. So we didn't move forward with any abatements during the time of the stay.
See, this is the law right here. You get 30 days notice on this before you. So
you're given the proper amount of time based on what you're showing me.
It says an enforcement action.
We could have taken enforcement action on your property after the 30 days, and that would have been an abatement. And
but you can't. That's the problem. It's like you're basically saying you could file a lien on a person's property with no notice whatsoever. You can just do it. Is that what I'm hearing?
If their property is in violation, yes. And then that notice gives you 30 days to correct your violations without the abatement.
See, that's incorrect, because due process, you've already taken the action. You can't take the action until you have the hearing. That's the problem. That's the law. You just can't go and record a lien against someone's house with no hearing. And they did that to the homeless people and the homeless people
Well,
won.
that's irrelevant to this case.
It
And
isn't irrelevant. It's the
hold
this
on.
is basically
We,
why we're here. Is
okay,
that the
I have
city has
nothing
this
further to
wrong.
add, Sandra.
Excuse me, Mr. Bartosh, I couldn't make that out. You were being
I
loud.
just said I have nothing further to add on. There's nothing different I can say in this matter. I have nothing further to add.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I believe that we've isolated what the issue's about, and I will just wait for the